Adrien Broner versus John Molina. The man who has a problem returns. Adrien the problem, or Adrien who's got a problem, Broner. I have to be straight up and honest with you, boxing fans. I find it painfully difficult to do prediction videos with this man because I don't particularly like him. I don't like what he stands for in boxing. In terms of young people watching what this man does, I don't see him being a role model for the sport. Trash talking is one thing, but the man's character and some of the things he's done is unbelievably just disgusting. And I find it very difficult to have any sort of favourite, any sort of non-biased view about him. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm only human, but I'm just putting it out there. So those are my thoughts on Adrien Broner. But anyway, this fight against Molina. For a man as supposedly talented as Adrien Broner, flashy and fly and all the rest of it, I went and put my neck on the line with him against Maidana, and Maidana gave him a what for. And since Maidana gave him what for in fights subsequent to that fight, he has not really looked that impressive. Okay, that last round against the last guy fought in the 12th round, great. But his work rate has never been great, Adrien Broner. In the lighter weight division, as a lightweight, I think he could have put himself down in history as a great lightweight, I really do. But since he's moved up in the weight division to welterweight, I don't know what he was doing up at welterweight. I know he wanted to become a 3-weight world champion, great. But I think that's kind of, you know, I think it was very, what's the word? It's less than the I don't know how to put it, but it's made a mockery, I think, because yes, he's a 3-weight world champion. I appreciate that, and any man that steps in the ring, you've got to respect that, and that I appreciate. But you know, Paulie Malignaggi, who couldn't punch, and then when he came against a real strong welterweight, and even then in Maidana, you know, that's someone who moved up. I felt that Mr. Broner was exposed against somebody who's not a boxer. Now, as he's moved up in weight, which weight division actually does Broner need to belong in? Is he a lightweight? Is he too damn lazy and he's now boxing is light welterweight? Is he a welterweight you know, again, he's lazy. I don't know what weight Adrien Broner is, but he seems lazy, and his work ethic seems lazy because you look at the way he fights, his work rate is very lazy. So I've always been told the way you fight is the way you train, and he comes across as a man that, you know, you see him outside of boxing, he always looks overweight, he always looks 20-30 pounds heavier than he should be. He's a small guy at 5'6", I believe. You know, when he's weighing like close to middleweight at times, and light heavyweight's been reported. I mean, you know, the guy lacks discipline. He's not the total professional. And for me, when you have a guy like that, you never know when his bubble's going to burst. Maidana started it, and, you know, as again, subsequently, since those fights, he's not looked impressive. So what am I saying here? Molina isn't the world's greatest boxer. Let's get something straight here. He's not the world's greatest boxer. But what he has been involved in is some great fights. Yes, he's been knocked out, but listen, he was in there with Lucas Matisse and he dropped Lucas Matisse. And let me tell you something now. Let's get something straight here. If Lucas Matisse touches Broner's chin, you know, Broner's going to have a problem. Okay? He's not a Mexican, he's an Argentinian. So he's not the can man. He may end up being the tan man because the Argentinian may do the job on him. You know, I think, and it's not, you people say, well, I hate Adrien Broner. I don't hate him, I don't like him. And I don't think Carlos Salinas is the best fighter in the world, no. But what I do think he has is a lot of heart. He's got height, he's got reach, and he can punch. And I give him good chance in this fight, especially with Broner. To me, Broner doesn't give me the impression of a fighter that's moved forward, that's progressed. He gives me the impression of a fighter that's going to keep doing the same old things over and over and over again. And I think we may have already seen the best of Adrien Broner. I really do. This Molina fight is a dangerous fight for Adrien Broner because I believe height and reach and that shoulder roll that he has, where he kind of just sits there and just takes shots, Molina can outwork Broner, that's for sure. And Broner's punch power as a light welterweight, we don't know how big a puncher he is, but we know that Molina can punch. And he's more disciplined than Broner. We were looking at Broner as the next Mayweather. I have to say, I was looking at him like that as well. He was looking so fantastic as a lightweight. And he has got good hand speed. When he puts the punches together, he's impressive. You can't doubt him for that. He's a showman. You can't knock all that stuff. But he comes across like a bully. What I mean by bully is a man that when he's on top of you, he'll do all sorts of shit. He'll do all sorts of stuff. But when he's been put on him hard, he don't like it. And I've got to give him credit in the Maidana fight. In the Maidana fight, even when he got dropped, he got rocked and he did that thing with his leg. He still went the 12 rounds. You've got to give him credit for that, right? He showed heart to try and get back in the fight when Maidana was tiring. And at one point, Maidana was like saying, yeah, I'm tired now, knock me out. And Broner couldn't get it to put it together at the end. I think he's got a low output of punches. I think he's a lazy fighter. I think Molina can take advantage. He's been in there with some of the best fighters in the world. Bigger punches than Adrien Broner. And even Lucas Matisse, he didn't stop him in the first or second round. So I don't believe Broner hits as hard as Lucas Matisse. He's a faster puncher, yes. He's a faster puncher, yes. And he seems to like these guys like Molina. But I think Molina's experience in this fight will be key. I think Molina will try and put it on Adrien Broner from round one. And I think if Broner is the man, that everyone is saying that he is, and all his talent and stuff, and he can put it together on the night and show us that he's progressed and he's put it in training camp and he's done all these things right, and he's been dedicated for the fight, and he's added a bit more, and he puts out more work, he puts on a higher work rate, and he doesn't just stand there and take punches. I think then he should beat Molina. But I think that if he ups his game, but if it's the same Broner that I've seen in the last 3 fights against Carlos Molina, I think that right hand could put Broner in a lot of trouble. I really do. Broner sort of reminds me of Andre Berto. He's got that Andre Berto thing about him. And I think that, like I said, I think we may have already seen the best of Adrien Broner, as young as he is, because the nightlife, the partying, the going up and down in weight, the abusing the body. He's trying to put it right now, but I don't know if you can. I don't know if because you've been put with some rules and told suddenly you have to clean up your act or you're not going to get paid. You're not going to be able to make the money. I don't know if that affects his work ethics. I don't know if Adrien Broner is suddenly going to put his life together and shock us all and put on something special, or we're going to get Adrien Broner who's going to be the same old lazy Adrien Broner. Skills, hand speed, more talented fighter than Molina, without a doubt. Work ethic, heart, punch power, better opposition, face better punches. Molina, I can't really call this, but Broner should win this fight. if he's going to go anywhere in boxing, Molina has to win this fight. If he wants any more networks, you know, be on big networks, or he's got to put on a good show against Broner. I mean, like a really good show. Hurt him, put him in trouble, rock him, you know, like one of the Matisse, like the Matisse fight, something like that. I suspect if Molina cannot hurt Broner early, and he cannot get the respect from Broner early, then I believe Broner's going to pot shot and work his way to victory over points. But if there is a stoppage in this fight, I'm looking for Molina. So I'm going Broner points, Molina stoppage. Let me know what you guys think. I know I am pretty biased in this one, but I think Molina has got the power there. He's got the power to stop this fight. The Mickey Bay fight, you know, what he did against Lucas Matisse. Yeah, I just think he's got some serious power there. I'm out.